Diversified resources player Exxaro released their annual financials today. For the 12 months ended December 2022, the miner reported revenue of 46.4 billion rand. That's up 41% on the year prior. Net operating profit came in at 16.2 billion rand. That's up 67%. And shareholders are set to get a final dividend of 11 rand and 36 cents a share. That's down 36 cents on the year before. Well, to take us behind the numbers, I'm joined by Riaan Koppeschaar. He's the financial director at Exxaro. Thank you very much, Riaan, for joining us. We've been hearing that European demand for coal went crazy soon after the Russia-Ukraine conflict story began. What's been your experience, and presumably this has contributed significantly to the latest performance?
Yes, good afternoon. So firstly, as a result of the European situation in Ukraine, there was an energy shortage, and a lot of European customers were short of coal. So there was buying from South Africa customers, and as a result of that, that put upward pressure on the coal price, and that also played a role in our numbers. Now, apart from that, we also saw a significant increase in the coal price, and a lot of the coal that were previously destined to go to, for instance, the Indian markets, found a way into Europe. So definitely did play a big role.
Nice strike there. More customers at a higher price. So how have the logistical constraints at Transnet impacted on your operations? Have you missed out on additional revenue as a result?
Certainly we did. 2 years ago in 2020, we were able to export about 12 million tons. But as you can see in the numbers this year, we were only able to do 5.2 million tons. So the results could have been better, and we had to find alternative ways to evacuate our coal. These avenues included railing truck to alternative ports, not through Richards Bay, and even trucking coal to certain destinations to load it.
So you serve Eskom as a standard customer in the country. To what extent have their outages affected your contractual arrangements with them, or has it been business as usual?
Now, from that perspective, it's been business as usual for us. So the demand from Eskom was very good during the year. So the outages and load shedding didn't really impact us on that front.
So businesses and households alike, they've been overwhelmed by inflation, and this has been a global phenomenon. But you do say in your results that you were able to limit your costs. That is, you were able to achieve cost increases that were lower than the average industry standard. Just give us a sense of where you were able to extract some of your efficiencies.
So the mining inflation is running at above 14%. We were able to limit our cost inflation to just about 12.7%. Now, obviously, what we had to do is we optimized on contractor spend, doing things more efficiently. A big driver of our cost increases, unfortunately, have been on the fuel side. Year on year, the fuel price increased almost 60%. So if it was not for that, we probably could have put in even a better cost performance.
So, Riaan, we know that we always generically talk about commodities, they're up, they're down, but obviously what coal is doing is not necessarily the same as what gold or manganese would be doing. But going forward, as you look at the global dynamics as you see them right now, are you anticipating further improved demand from the likes of Europe, and therefore then anticipating that your numbers are going to be good going forward? What's your expectation?
So towards the latter half of last year, the coal price already started to decline. So I think the energy crunch in Europe is starting to recede. They are well stocked on coal at the moment. There's also more gas supplies. So definitely the coal price has come down considerably. And we think that it will also continue to come down during the rest of 2023, but still at very good levels. I think the levels that we will see in 2023 will be well above what we saw historically. Definitely 2022 was a bit of an anomaly.
So let's look at a longer term picture. We know that Exxaro has been thinking ahead about the extent to which people are going to be relying on coal in the future, and you have invested in renewable energy, in the renewable energy sector. It must be very difficult to make the calculation of when coal is going to lose its significance in its entirety for you as a business. So are there any further plans afoot for you to be able to mitigate that, even though you can't exactly calculate when that will be?
So coal will definitely play a leading role in baseload energy generation, especially in the developing nations, for a long time to come. I think countries, the developed world, will move away from coal probably more quickly. But we've now seen here what happened in Ukraine and with the Russian conflict is that if there is an energy crisis, people always go back to coal. So we definitely think that the role that coal will play in the energy mix will still be very pronounced going forward. But in the meantime, to also position yourselves for the future, we are also embarking on a renewable energy strategy. And as we've seen now, is also to alleviate the energy shortages in South Africa. Every bit of renewable energy that we can put on the grid can assist us to alleviate these shortages.
Indeed. Riaan, thank you so much for speaking to us. Riaan Koppeschaar, he's the Financial Director at mining company Exxaro.